Right. So we like to make sure that our technology's challenges are handled. And I always like to start on time. So I figure if you guys can be on time, we can start on time. And I believe everything that we cover today should be really helpful for people because social media can be an amazingly effective and no or low cost way to generate business when done properly. So, top of the hour, let's get started. So, again, welcome. Thanks for being here. There we go. Today's topic is the social media formula that you can utilize to build your reputation, your online presence, and lead generation. Typically, everybody always focuses on social media thinking about lead generation, right? It's their number one idea behind it. But it's going to be equally as important to build your reputation and things like that. So we're going to go through that today. But one of the things I want to understand, I like to start most of my classes with this, is Jim Rohn has actually had a big impact on my life. I've probably seen him for the first time in 1980. He's got a saying that says, hey, for things to change, you must change. And the only way it gets better for you is when you get better, right? Especially in real estate. We can't say, hey, this is how it worked in the 90s and this is how it worked in 2000. Everything's changed. I remember when the internet came along and all the realtors were freaking out that their listings were going to be online. Guess what? That made it easier and better for us as an industry. But here's the thing. Better is not something you wish for. It's something you become. You have to work at it, right? Because the reason I bring this up, folks, is agents don't like change. People in general don't like change. What I can tell you is you're going to like being irrelevant even less, and that you better change before you're forced to. And obviously the most dramatic example of that is people have been fighting, or agents have been fighting this whole commission lawsuit thing, thinking, that's not going to happen. And NAR's going to take care of us. That didn't work out that way. And guess what? They're being forced to change now. And some of them are going to be dragged kicking and screaming about the changes. Why don't you just adapt to it 2-3 years ago and say, hey, this is what's coming down the pike, and deal with it? So today we're going to do the same thing. So here's 3 strategies we're going to cover today. First and foremost is Google My Business. And there's a reason we'll cover that first. Second is YouTube. And third is how we can use AI and automation to help with all of this stuff, right? Because it's easy to say social media and get yourself out there, but it's also another thing to make the time for it. And so we're going to cover those 3 things today. So I get asked this question a lot. Why are we teaching these classes? First and foremost, I personally want to pay it forward. The real estate lending business has been a tremendous blessing for me, my family, my children. And right now, I think it's critical that we actually change the public's perception of our industry, because it's not good right now, folks. If it was good, they wouldn't be suing us. Both buyers and sellers are suing us, right? So at the end of the day, we've got to do some things to change that perception. And I think if I can teach agents how to impact the financial outcome and results for every homeowner they work with, that'll have an impact on how the public perceives us. Number 2, you can never have too many agent contacts across the country for referrals. And then 3, if you ever want to explore how to make more money using our business model, hey, well, welcome to conversation. That's it. But the reason I created the Real Estate Asset Advisor program, because I believe it's critical that agents have to elevate their reputation and their expertise with consumers to be able to earn their business and referrals. It's not just getting along anymore. Like, you have to answer the question, why should somebody hire you to buy or sell a house with? And if you can't answer that, you're not going to make as much money. But understand this, we're a consumer-driven movement. At the end of the day, Steve Jobs, and you could listen to, had all kinds of talks, and he said, hey, I start with the customer first and work backwards. In real estate, unfortunately, we're so focused on finding the next deal and finding the next transaction. We're not necessarily focused on the consumer. And I believe through the education of our advisors, we help people use their home and mortgage to build personal wealth. And we do it with money that every other agent and lender would have their clients give to the bank. What we do is we put that money to work for their family instead. And maximizing equity and building personal wealth for our clients is an asset advisor's primary goal. And the result of that is that they'd become, the view from the consumer would be they're not a realtor, which right now doesn't carry a great perception. but they become known as a resource. And so that's the goal that we have. Now, what we do, we help realtors overcome inconsistent cash flow and closings by focusing on listings and referrals to achieve financial freedom and peace of mind. It's all about the listings and it's all about the referrals, folks. And the way that we do that is we help position, educate, provide tools, training, and value branding so that we transform our agents into the agent people are compelled to hire and refer. I'm not reading all that to you. Just know I've been around a long time doing this. I've become very successful. I have a very large real estate and mortgage business in 44 states and 5 countries. I've got to update that. We closed $3.64 billion in transactions in 2023. But I do want to share this one with you. Back in 2002, so 22 years ago, I was written up in National Relocation Real Estate magazine. And one of the things that you'll hear me say to this day, 22 years later, is that you have to differentiate yourself. You have to give consumers good reasons to hire you. So this isn't something I've been preaching for a year or two. This has been decades. And you can see all the way back in 2002, we showed people how they could save large amounts of money on payments and interest. And if they do that, they become attracted to you. So it's critical that you stand out from the competition. Now, if you want to learn how to list more properties and the more details on our business model, I wrote a book called IfYouListYouLast.com, and it'll talk about who you talk to, where you find them, what you say, and answer the question, why hire you? Now, that's from my perspective and why they hire our people, but you can learn a lot of stuff from this. So if you want a copy of that book, you can go to IfYouListYouLast.com, and I put it on there free for agents to read, okay? Do me a favor, you're on a webinar, I get it, you get to answer texts, answer phone calls, read emails. Do me a favor, invest this time in your business because you'll make more money if you do, okay? So let's dive in. First topic, Google My Business. Here's the question. If somebody doesn't know you and they can't find you online in today's world, how do you expect to get hired? What do you think? If you don't have a presence on Google, how do you get found? Now, you could be doing phone calls and you could be doing direct mail and all that's great. But even at that point, folks, guess what? People still go and Google you, right? This is about making sure that we can start over time. This isn't something you do in a day. This isn't, hey, this afternoon I can be all over Google. Doesn't work like that. These are some of the reasons that an online presence is important, right? And so you can see the source that I got, or I took this data from. It's the first place potential clients go when looking for a new home is online. We already know that. It represents who you are as a person and makes customers feel a certain way about you before they even meet you. So if you're an agent, and I'm not making this up, and you're an agent, and you like, hey, filming yourself out at the clubs and dancing and being drunk and whatever, when they go to find you, folks, does that make them feel better or worse about hiring you? And it works to highlight the positive and professional aspects of real estate. Guys, if you're in control of your content, can't you create the positive and professional highlights for them? It's essential for success in the modern real estate market. I don't know how anybody could even argue that anymore. It's critical to every sale. And most importantly, folks, it helps you stand out from the crowd as well as to keep up with competition. So this isn't a question of, is it something you should be doing? It's the question is, how do you put it into your time blocking? How do you put it into your schedule and make sure that you're creating that content and you're getting it out there on a regular and consistent basis, right? So when you get a referral, what do you think the first thing a person does? They'll Google you. They'll check your reviews. They'll check your social media. They'll check you out on, call it Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. So even when your friend says, oh no, you have to hire this Bob guy, what are they going to do? They're going to go and check out your reviews. They're going to go to Google. They want to see, are you a real person? And probably more importantly,
My new iPad.
are you a good person? Sue, would you mute yourself? So what are they going to find? Will it hurt or enhance your credibility? So you just got referred somebody. Now they go and find you and whatever, you're acting like a drunken fool on Instagram. Help or hurt? You have the ability to control your content, folks. So today's call is about how do you control that? Now, despite what everybody thinks, the best place to get found is Google My Business. I see all these webinars and courses and people selling content about creating your blogs, and you got to get this content out here. And then they want to turn you into an SEO guru, right? And here you've got to have all your Google rich words and tags and everything else. And the truth is, guys, yeah, it's a way to do it, no question. But at the end of the day, you can start with Google My Business. It's Google, right? So there's 5 main benefits of Google My Business. Number 1, it allows you to appear in maps and Google local pack listings. Now, you just don't automatically appear in that, right? One of the things, if you notice these 3 people, and I just pulled these randomly, what's the number one thing that you notice in there if you were to see the 3 agents in there? Do you guys notice the reviews? 40, 139, 31. The more reviews you have, the better it is. So in your business plan, in the way you structure your business, do you have a plan and a system to get Google My Business reviews or just Google reviews? Because it helps this, and it just helps overall. The local pack takes up a huge amount of real estate on a page of the Google search results. So again, this is just another example, same content. Wouldn't that be a better place for you to be? It also allows people the ability to leave a review for you. And it just creates a link, folks. It's real easy. Hey, you know what, Sue, if you were happy with the way that I handled your transaction, could you do me a big favor and help me out? Could you just click this link and leave me a review? I'd really appreciate it. That's all there is to it, folks. You get a link, you send it to them. That's it. Because when you have all these 139 5-star reputation like Sergio, guys, will that help him or hurt him get hired more? It's only common sense, right? And then finally, they actually give you really good insights, because you do realize Google knows everything we do, right? They know what time you eat. They know what time you wake up. They know everything. But it gives you critical information about your business and maybe about the posts that you put on and things of that nature, right? Oop. And boy, I really got aggressive on that one. And at the end of the day, you have all this insight so that you can make adjustments to the content, in the way that you get that, and maybe the clicks it drives to your website. And it's all given to you free, completely free. That's the best part of Google My Business. It costs you absolutely nothing to use. So instead of paying for all this blogging and everything else, just create your Google My Business account. Now, Darcy's a great example. She's a very close friend of mine in our group, and she did 38 transactions last year, all from Google and YouTube. 100%, 38 transactions, average sales price around $600,000. 38 transactions because of her Google My Page reviews, posts, and her YouTube, period. Oh, by the way, in case you're going, oh my God, she did all these YouTube videos. They did 7 for the whole year. In the last 3 years, she's done between 35 and 43 transactions each year, and she's never spent a penny to promote herself from Google. I'm going to give you an ethical bribe here. I have a guide on how to set up a new Google business profile account, optimize it, and things like that. It's the ultimate guide to Google My Business. Here's what we're going to do. If you'll go and follow us on Instagram at the Real Estate Asset Advisors on Instagram, we'll send you this Google My Business guide, right? So Marissa just put the hashtag or the link in Instagram. So if you follow us, we'll go and check it later today. And all of those that followed would obviously have got your email, right? We'll send you this guide. Fair enough, bribe? So all you got to do is follow that, and it'll tell you what to do, and then go do it. You can see it takes about 10 minutes, and it does take a couple days for Google to approve you. Unfortunately, they approve everything. So let's talk about YouTube now, right? Hey guys, here's a tough question. Who owns YouTube? Google does, don't they? So do you think Google will favor YouTube content over others? So here's an example. We use Vimeo, and we store our videos and classes and things like that on there because we got a lot of storage with it. And there's some other reasons, right? YouTube likes, they literally deleted one of my accounts about a week ago with no rhyme or reason, said we violated somehow their community guidelines and their recordings of all my podcasts and some of these classes. So we use Vimeo as a backup, and we've used Vimeo for 15 years now. Here's the reason you have to use YouTube, because they will never show a Vimeo video in Google results. I can take the exact title from Vimeo and punch it in, and YouTube will not show, or I'm sorry, Google will not show that Vimeo video. So you got to use YouTube if you want to show up. But once we've done a Google My Business presence, then we start out very simply. I call it a 10 by 10 system and monthly update videos, right? So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I'll give you full disclosure. I recently converted from a Droid to an iPhone. and I want to kick myself in the butt. So if you're on an Android and you want to do these videos and just use your phone, I'm telling you, as somebody who's resisted switching to Android for 15 years, go switch to Apple. I bought a tripod and a microphone. I probably spent $100 and I have high quality videos that I'm able to create. No fancy editing, no nothing, just an iPhone. So don't make the same mistake that I made. Easy to do. You go, what kind of videos should I make? 10 by 10 means 10 frequently asked questions and 10 SAQs, should ask questions. What are the 10 most frequently asked questions you get? So I just did a couple of examples here, like how much down payment do I need to buy a home? Basic question, right? 253,000 views, 12,000 views, right? And I can go on with this stuff. So at the end of the day, here's another one. Look at the views on this thing. How much money do you need to buy a house? Never put 20% down, right? They vary the topic. Look at those 8,200, 4,600, 2,100. The one on the bottom, 166,000 in 6 months. How to use equity to buy another home step by step. Can you do those, guys? This is information you already know, right? So it isn't like you got to go and, do this massive research to be able to create these videos. The cool part is when you create a video, you can create multiple pieces of content from it. So I can take a video and turn it into a reel and a YouTube short and other things. I could have it transcribed. I could put it on my blog now. I could post the video to Google My Business, couldn't I? It isn't something that I would tell you, is this something you should be doing? I'm telling you, you should be doing it. If not, because you're just giving away money is all I can say to you. And I talk to agents all the time, and they're spending all this money every month on all these different lead generation systems, and they go, I don't have time to make YouTube. I can tell you I've got a person personally that I know between 35 and 43 transactions a year for 3 years in a row. By the way, 2 of the last 3 years, last year was the lowest amount of real estate transactions since 1982. And she did 38 transactions from Google and YouTube, 0 cost. But here's the thing, consistency is the key to this. Yes, you've got to create the content, but you can't make a video today and 7 months later do another one. So what we do with the real estate market update, we do it by zip code. And I have a format that I use. It's very simple. Each video might be a minute long. Now you can see a couple of these on here. They're 4 minutes long, maybe, but they don't have to be that long. And it's simply giving updates on there. But why do you think I did that by zip code? The reason is, let's say that you're whatever city you're in, you have 5 or 10 different zip codes that you want to work in. You can do these market updates once a month. And let's say you targeted 10 zip codes. You could do 85050 real estate market update. You could do 85054 real estate market update, 85024 real estate market update. Google's going to do some pretty cool things for you. Now, if you punch in a specific zip code, all your other ones are going to show up on there, and you could end up dominating the first page of Google for real estate market updates. Guess what, folks? People actually watch those things. And then here's the other thing. You're always looking for content to send to your database, right? And some people subscribe to these things and they're sending them, hey, here's this month's lemon cake recipe. No, send them your updates. Send them to your YouTube channel. Hey, I just updated this month's real estate market. Go to my YouTube channel and you'll find an update for the following zip codes. Now your past clients and your database and your leads and everybody else are going to watch those. When you post a reel, do the same thing. Go and post it in your Facebook group and all your social media, right? So if you were doing that once a month, let's say you took 10, you could do 5, but it takes literally very little time to do it. You would be creating each month 10 zip codes just for that. You did nothing else. So consistency is the key, because you can see here, market update. This is a Google research that I did, and the YouTube video shows up first in front of Realtor.com, RealtorTrack, Redfin. That video got first spot, but it won't happen if you don't consistently create content. That's the problem. Here's another one you can see. Now this one, without a video, when I did 85050 real estate market update, this is the bottom of the page. So that video showed up at the top of this page. The good news for you guys, AI. A lot of you guys are freaking out. Oh my God, how do I create all this content? Put in the chat box for me. How many of you guys are using, just say ChatGPT? It's probably the most common. How many of you guys are actually using ChatGPT? Because I promise you're not using it anywhere near to the fulfillment that you could or to the benefits that you could. Okay, a few of you. So we use AI to do it, and then we use automation to create consistency. Let AI and automation do the work. I just took this article, and you could punch in a gazillion of them, and I think you guys know this already. SEO for beginners, why a plan and consistency are the keys to success. So it's not just me saying it, folks. How do we create that consistency? The answer is AI and automation. So what I want to do is I want to do a live demonstration for you, because what we did is we simply created, we meaning me for my real estate group, literally created a software program that does all that work for you. So what I'm going to do is we're going to switch over screens. So Marissa, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and you can share yours. And what we're going to do is Marissa's actually going to walk you through what that automation looks like, so you don't have to be so freaked out about it and think, oh my gosh, it's so hard to do.
Can everyone see my screen? Can you see it?
Yep. Let me just make it bigger here.
And so this is the system that we use to automate our social media, and our agents utilize this. It's called Simple Social Posting, and everyone gets an account. And it's nice because you can schedule all of your posts here. Monday morning, just schedule all of your social media for the week within an hour, or maybe you spend 2 hours and you schedule it out for the month, or however you would like to do it. You can utilize the system to schedule it out. You can also, you can see here, track your engagement. There's reports. So you can see here's our engagement. The profiles we have linked are Facebook and Instagram. This is for our Home Boss Instagram. So we don't utilize it the same way an agent would. It's more so for our system, but you can see here is our engagement for all the channels. You can track the last 30
Just
days.
to clarify for you folks, the way that we use that Facebook page, so you see the followers, we only do it so we can use that to run ads.
And so, yeah, this isn't what it would look like if you are actively scheduling. We schedule some things through here, but I'll walk you through the system. That way you get an idea. I'll show you how you would use it for your real estate business. So here's your dashboard. You can see your new likes and followers this month, total likes and followers across all channels. I will say I don't use this to schedule all of our posts, so it doesn't show all of our content reports, just because I tag our agents as collaborators, which you would not have to really do ever for your business. But here you can see your top posts, what posts people engage with the most, gives you a breakdown that way. Here's where you can see all of your upcoming posts that you've scheduled. Again, like I said, I don't schedule a bunch through here, but here we have one on Saturday posting about one of our Home Boss listings that sold. And you can see there's a little caption that will go along with it. It's posting on Facebook and Instagram. I have it scheduled to post on May 18th at 10 in the morning. You can edit the post from here. The way I prefer to view it is the image calendar. So it reminds you the image that's posting with it, with the caption. So you can just see really your recent posts, your engagement, and then all of your upcoming posts scheduled on your dashboard.
And let me clarify for you folks why we do it a little differently. What we do is we take our asset advisors' content, their results, like their open houses, like we just had a 652 person open house this weekend. And Marissa will take and do the branding on it. And then she will take and post it manually so that she can link them as a collaborator. Because when that happens, guess what? All of their people that are following them are able to see that post, and our agents don't even have to do anything.
And it automatically shows up on their profile, which is why we add them as a collaborator. Again, you won't really have to do that when you're posting any of your local businesses or your solds, anything like that. It's really just for your personal business. And that's where here again, you would have your Google My Business profile linked. I'll actually show you right over here, connections. That's where you can see, you can link your YouTube, Google My Business, LinkedIn, which you would do for your personal real estate business. For our Home Boss system, we use Facebook and Instagram. And so this is where you would connect it. Here's where you can see our connections. You would have at least probably the 4 connections of Google, LinkedIn, Instagram. So that's what you can connect. And so here, this is where you would see all of your feeds connected. And then you can also sort the engagement just by Facebook. Like I said, I don't post much on Instagram through here, but as an agent for the types of posts you would be doing, it makes it so much easier, so much quicker. And so here you'll have your analytics and reporting. And same thing, this kind of goes over the engagement more in depth. You can do all channels. You can sort the channels. You can export it if you want your custom report. And then again, it does show you the number of followers this month, last month, the channel engagement. Same thing. It shows you your top posts. So similar to your dashboard. And then here, content creation. This is where you schedule and create all of your posts. And so I'll start right here. I'll show you Media Gallery. This is where you can upload and keep all of your posts in here to make it really easy for you. Here's our posts that we have in here. And it's nice because you can tag them. You can see I have this tagged as Home Boss, and it's a review on Home Boss. Or you can tag it as local coffee shop, whatever it is, local business, and then tag it as local. So then whenever you're going to look to post something for a local business or anything like that, you can search by tags. Here's our Home Boss results and the tags that we have. You can upload and keep all of your media in here. But when you go to social media, this tab, it really allows you to create all sorts of different posts through here. So I'll show right here, create and discover content. Within here, you can see the queue. So this is that post I have scheduled for Saturday to post. You can see what channels it's posting on. And then drafts, you can keep any drafts in here. You can see your post history all within here. So you can see everything that you've posted through here, the dates. You can see all the analytics. And then discover content. This is what's really helpful for taking your social media to the next level. You can add RSS feeds on here. So you might use real estate. And the feed name, maybe you want to do Housing Wire, top story. Just select the feed name. And here's all these different articles that pop up. And so majority of recent home buyers have regrets or whatever you want to post. You can look through all of these. You can see create post right from here where it's going to link everyone on your Facebook. So it's a link. You would select you want it to post to Facebook. And this is where you add the caption that you want it to post with. You can add emojis, a location, hashtags. You can save hashtags in here. So we have specific hashtags specifically for Home Boss. So if you click on that, it adds the hashtags we have saved in there. I'll show you where you can save your hashtags.
So let me tell you why this is important, folks. I want to make sure you understand this properly. This is content that you don't have to create. It's already in there. It goes into their system, in this example, Housing Wire, and pulls out articles. Now, is every one of them appropriate for you to post? I probably wouldn't do. The majority of home buyers have regrets. But nonetheless, the content's there for you to pick and choose. You don't have to write it. You don't have to do anything. And so what happens is, here, there may be a ton of listable properties, and it's all there for you. You don't have to do anything except select it, schedule it, tag
Create
it.
post. Yep. And so you can go through here and you can repeat it. You might not want to repeat an article, but you can repeat a post. Maybe you want it to repeat every 60 days. Every 60 days or every Tuesday if you do a market update Monday, whatever it may be, you can have it repeat, save it as a draft, schedule it. Here's where you can schedule if you wanted to schedule this one for in the future. Just click the date, time, or just post it now and it'll post. That's how you can create a post from an RSS feed if you would like to do that.
And then you can add other RSS feeds. If you have a local newspaper and they have a real estate section, for example, you can do that.
We have MyKCM linked in here. So this automatically pulls content from MyKCM, which sometimes it does take a second to load.
Well, especially we're on a webinar now.
Might have to repeat it. There we go. So here's all the MyKCM. Why a condo might be a great option for your first home. Same thing, create the post and you can add the caption. It automatically does generate a caption. You can add anything you'd like in there, post it to Facebook, and same thing. Just post now, schedule it to post in the future. So maybe you want that to post on Friday, 10/31, save it, and it'll add it to your queue, which you can see over here. Now this is scheduled for May 17th. And so that is the RSS feeds. So you can add any of your own feeds, utilize what's already in here. Trending within here, this is where you can really utilize hashtags. So if you're realtor, you can search realtor or market update, whatever it is, you can do that, add it, and it'll generate all of the trending hashtags on Instagram, trending hashtag suggestions. And then you can add it to your collection. So this is where we have our Home Boss, where This will save all of the hashtags that relate to Home Boss. Sell for top dollar, whatever you want to add in, save the change, and it'll add it to your collection. You can add a collection to separate it, local businesses, and you can hashtag California local business or locally owned and add all of those hashtags in there. It can generate the hashtags or you can add your own in.
It's
So
the
that,
AI part of the thinking. It's doing the thinking for you. All you have to do is look at it, schedule it, and be done.
yes. And so then right here is where you can create a post just from scratch. And so you can post a link, a text. I typically do an image. And so you'll see when you do an image, it'll allow you to post on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anything that supports an image. And so you can add your message in here. You can create right from Canva. You can browse that gallery I showed you. So say I want to post why sell with Home Boss. Save it. It'll add that image in there and add my message. You can preview what it will look like. So right now there's no caption, but you can preview it. And then same thing, schedule it out from here. And so that's how you can create any post. Like I said, you can create it from Canva. You can upload it just from your desktop. So I have Home Boss, how to sell my home. I can open that up and here's why. I guess I have to.
You can post videos, reels.
So you can post all of that through there. And like I said, you can schedule it out, come here to your queue and you can say, okay, on the 17th of this, 18th, and you can schedule it out for however far in advance you'd like. And so that is really creating the post from here. I want to show you the content, or this is where you can add your feeds in here. And then I'm going to go back here, and this is where I showed you to create and discover your content. So that's where you'll create your posts. You can discover those RSS feeds. You can do a few other things like create using a content banner. I'll show you how you can utilize that. You'll create a content banner and you can customize it right through here. So you'll most likely be using it, I would suggest, for a link to, and the banner title could be browse homes in your area. So browse.
And I'll show you guys a couple examples in a minute.
And I'll show the banners we have created as well in your area. And you can change the color. Like we would probably change it to blue. That's more so our branding. So you can customize it from here. And then you can link it to, I would do my website, MarisaMangold.exprealty.com. And so when anyone clicks on this banner, it'll link right to your website where they can search the homes. You can add in your name. You'll want to upload your headshot or your company logo, whatever it may be. If I were to upload my company logo for this, you'll see it pops up in there. And then you could see I might want to change that color and make it a little lighter. Whatever it may be, you can customize it that way. Same thing. Button font color, button color. So you can make it match your branding throughout here. And then you'll save it. And anytime you post one of those articles from like Housing Wire, it'll pop up on the bottom of the article, which I could show you. Under URL. That is my URL. I'll show you how that works. I might have to type in all this information too. But you'll see you can customize it right through here. But what we do is I prefer to use banners that are created in Canva. So you can do full-size banner, browse, and I'm going to upload. Here's this banner for Ryan, where now it's the time to sell. Give Ryan a call. So you'll open that up. And this is the banner. You can see it looks a lot nicer. You can also create it right through Canva. So if you open up Canva, you can customize it within Canva. I already have all of ours saved. If you utilize Canva, you can see here, they have a lot of banner templates where you can create your own. Here's the ones that we use, but add a page and grow your business, add that one in there and type in all your information and then save it and just upload it right into here. And then it'll save in here. And then anytime anyone clicks on this, again, it links you to Home Boss AZ or your site. So that's how you can create content banners within here. I want to show you, let me go back to this page, the AI post generator. This one is really helpful. It takes the time and thinking out of captions. So you can generate a post. So here's one that we've used before. But if you want to generate a post in a caption, title idea, value of a realtor. Realtor, if I can spell. Explain why a client would like to use a realtor when buying or selling a And then how many variations do you want? Let's do 5. Generate the content, and you'll see right here. Oh, I guess it would help if I spelled realtor right there. But it generates all these different captions. It will sometimes add hashtags, emojis in here. So it gives you a bunch of different variations. So say you really like the way this one sounds. Realtor add values to the home buying/selling process by providing expertise, guidance, negotiation skills, ensures a smooth and successful transaction. You can just click this, edit it if you'd like, or just add it right to a post and say, I also want it to have an image. I want it to post to these two. Let me add why sell with Home Boss, how using Realtor helps. And then this is what it would look like. You would have your caption with the image, and you didn't even have to think about what you want to include in the caption, the hashtags. And then right from here, same thing, just schedule it out. You can post it now, however you'd like to do it. Maybe we want that to post next Wednesday at maybe let's do 12 p.m. And then save it, and it'll add it to your queue.
So think of this, folks, again, from an efficiency standpoint. It just made 5 articles. You could have it make 10, doesn't matter. And let's say that you schedule this every 60 days. You just posted that 10 months out on one topic. So the process of creating our posts, the way that I recommend people do it is that sit down once a month. You have 4 posts a day that go out, because statistically that's what it shows is best. 7 a.m. And again, it's scheduled, right? 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. 7 days a week, you could have content being posted 4 days, and it takes you about an hour a month to do something like this. Now you got your consistency, now you have efficiency, and now you have professional looking content.
And that's why I recommend keeping images in your media gallery. All you have to do is come over here to the AI post generator, generate a bunch of your captions, and you can see it'll save it every time you generate something. Click on there and you can use this one this time and add it to a post. And then we want it to be an image. Again, just go to your gallery and you'll have all of your images uploaded in there already to use.
So same idea, folks. Let's say you have 30, because we have more, like everything that Marissa creates, like our asset advisors use like this.
The admin gallery.
So what if you scheduled it like every 45 days, the same post? Because do you think people are going to go, oh, I seen that 45 days ago, right? You could schedule these posts to go out once a month, schedule them 12 months in a row. And it just goes out on the 1st and maybe the 10th the next month and so on. This allows us to take and do this efficiently to create consistency, which is critical. And it takes no time because the AI and the automation is doing 95% of the work. You just have to decide when you want to schedule it.
And so you can do photos, you can link it to an article or just text and just have your text in here. And it just posts as a status on Facebook, keeps you top of mind. And so you can post any of these. It doesn't have to be an image. Images obviously are great for Instagram, Facebook. You can do just statuses once in a while, a link. It'll have you put your link in there, where it'll have you link to your website or whatever you want to link it to. And so
the videos that you created, folks, you can post those in there, right? You just schedule the video.
And so that's where within here, you can create all of your posts, discover the content from your feed. And so you can see like the My KCM, you can also sort it where it's content banner supported only. And so these all support banners. So you can see here, content banner supported. So then the banners that you create that then link to your website from this article pop up in there. And so you'll see it automatically will have your banner in there. You can select your banner right from here when you have it saved in there. And so this is really where you will create all of your posts, your banners, sweepstakes. I don't know if you'll really use that. The social media deals, it's not something we utilize with Home Boss, but just thinking locally for an agent, say, I have this one just to show you 10% off Matthew's window cleaning. If you talk to Matthew at his window cleaning and he's willing to partner with you and give 10% off to any of your clients, which is helpful before you sell your home, let's get your windows cleaned. And he offers 10% off. Or before you move into your home, if the windows might be helpful, offer them a discount. So you can do this. You can create a deal and just say whatever the deal is. It's at 10% off this. You can click a start and end date. Expires after a certain amount of time. Maybe after they use this deal, it directs back to your real estate website. You can you'll upload your logo for it. the cover. So you can create a little image in Canva that has a little window washing graphic. And then you'll see here, since I already have this one created, we can go here and I can add it to a post where then I can post it on Facebook. And here's the deal, 10% off Matthew's window cleaning. And it'll automatically post on there. It'll link to the 10% off deal. Add your message in here. If you'd like to utilize this deal, just enter below and you'll receive the code. And then maybe it links to Matthew's website or whatever it is. And so same thing, you can schedule these out. You can repeat it as well, which might be helpful for these. Repeat you might want to do like 60 days. Every 3 months, his window cleaning deal pops up. And so that might be something to utilize within your local market, connect with local businesses, and again, provide your clients with more value, stay top of mind, because they might see, oh, this agent is offering 10% off. Let me just use this deal. Whatever it may be, anyone can utilize it.
And the reason that we use this, folks, we teach our agents to build a referral network, both locally, nationally, and globally. So that if you have, it's easy to think of the real estate agents, right? We said, hey, we can never have too many real estate agents referring business to us. But what about all those local business owners that know people that are looking to sell or looking to buy that they could refer? Now you can create a relationship with them where you can help their business in return for them helping your business. Make sense? And as part of our equity match strategy of helping people save money, this is one of the ways that we're able to do that through local businesses offering some discounts. And we increase our reach out there because guess what? When Matthew's windows cleaning, we posted on our stuff, but then he posted on his, and they're now exposed to us on top of it. So this is well thought out. This is why we built our own. There's plenty of things that'll do this out there. I built this so that it works in a way that allows us to maximize the things we teach real estate agents how to do and give them a tool. Think of it this way, if I want to create a a local relationship, I call a window cleaning service. Hey, Matthew, my name's Bob with eXp Realty. Hey, the reason I'm calling is I'm always looking to provide something of value to my clients. Are you guys looking for more business? That's a call you could make, right? And then we could walk them through what this looks like. Is there any reason in the world Matthew wouldn't want to do that? But in exchange for that, you're going to be very clear with him. Hey, Matthew, I'm going to count on you to at least refer a couple people a year to me, and we can help promote each other through our databases so that we both win. That's how this works. That's why it's in there. So that's why we automate this, guys, because at the end of the day, it is about getting out there and creating that content and creating your branding.
And I will show you, I just want to show you how we utilize Canva, how that makes it even easier to, if you're like, I really don't know how to create these types of images. I'm not great with that. If you utilize Canva, let me just show you Canva. You can come in here and create a design. So you want to do an Instagram post, which also the same size is compatible with Facebook. Here's a seller tip right in here. If you just search real estate seller tips, it'll pop up with a bunch of them and say you're like, okay, I love this one. Just pop your image in there and it already has all the content and the information. Add your site, add your image, file, save it, and upload it into your media gallery. Click here, upload it, and then it just sits in here for you to use. So don't feel like you have to spend a ton of time creating content. You can utilize Canva. This is compatible with Canva as well. So you can create posts within Canva. You saw that on the content creation when you do this. If you create a post, you'll see it'll pop up with you to create it right within Canva if you'd like. I think it's well worth it just to save it in here. You can save this as seller tips and then just get a bunch of them going in here. Maybe you like this one. This one has a little video to it.
Yeah, you can look up videos in Canva, all that stuff.
And so you can really utilize Canva and you don't even have to come up with the content. It's all in here for you already. Staging. If you want to change the image, if you don't like that one, it's really easy. They've got a ton of photos in here you can use. Just do like modern home. And you can use any of these. Just drag it in there, pop it, save it. Same thing. You don't like that background, just delete it and it'll be clear. And you can make it your own, but you can see it doesn't take that long at all. So there's lots of content that you can create within Canva within 20 minutes and then take the other 30, 40 minutes, schedule it out for the next month on here, and you're ready to go.
And the more you use the repeat function, folks, guess what? Now you're spending an hour. Let's say you take that post and you scheduled it 6 times throughout the year. Now you're spending an hour and you're creating content for months at a time out.
And
right?
I will say, we have the admin gallery too, where these are posts that any of the people within our group, it's already in here for them too. So they can utilize this. They don't even have to upload it. It's just in here. If they want to post this, just click on, or they'll just click edit, upload it to theirs, add their caption, and you're good to go to use it. So you can store any and all of your content in here, all of your photos. You can post articles. So lots of different variations to schedule out.
That's why AI and automation are so important. So now I'm going to switch the screen back, right? Because Marissa could go on for a week on it. Because the truth is, guys, it is really cool. Give me a hell yeah if you think that would make your social media presence better and allow you the time and the freedom to do it. Give me a hell yeah in the comment box. So with that, I want to wrap it up. See, guys, she showed you the full library of post contents and banners, right? So you've seen it in there. But I want to give you an idea of what these banners look like, right? So these are just screenshots where, like, this was from a Redfin article that when somebody clicks on the article, let's say in Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, when it opens the article, it inserts a banner at the bottom of the page, right? So like in the Phoenix Business Journal, when somebody clicks on that article, that banner is at the bottom. And how much did that cost us? The answer is nothing. Ooh, look at this one, the Los Angeles Times. So we literally hacked the traffic from the Los Angeles Times, and our banner shows up at the bottom of those posts whenever that happens. Or Forbes, right? Now people are reading this and they're seeing your content and they click on the article and they're going, holy crap, this guy's advertising on Forbes. He's got to be something.
And then when they click on the banner, it links to your website or wherever
Right.
you choose to link it to.
And then I want to give you an example. Hey, does this really work? So this particular banner, when they did this, it was from Google My Business. We got this message. He ended up listing this house, that house, from a Google My Business banner in less than 2 hours. It only took, in less than 2 weeks, he took a listing from that. So now I'm curious, right? I know we spent 45, 50 minutes. Was this time well spent? You guys got some ideas here? Are you less intimidated maybe by the ability to have a dominant position in social media and how you could use it and why you have to use it? My main thing for you guys, folks, is real simple. You have to understand you've got to use social media. So what's next? Hey, if you liked anything that we talked about today, get with the person that invited you. If you want to do a consultation or coaching session with me, it's free. It's no obligation. I'm not going to ask you to sign up for anything. You can scan this QR code and go to brainstormwithbob.com, or you can go there directly. The QR code will take you and schedule a call. I'll spend 15, 20 minutes with you and talk about your business and give you some ideas and things like that. So there's no cost or obligation to do that. We're about teaching agents how to take and improve their business, get more efficient, and be able to take and get a good quality professional image out there in terms of social media so that consumers look at us more favorably, right? Can we agree, like those Canva posts and all these professional looking posts, that enhances a real estate agent's credibility, professionalism, look, if you will? And that's what we're about, trying to help agents do that. So with that, folks, we're at about 55 minutes. So I want to take and say thanks for being here. Go ahead and feel free to schedule a call. And I look forward to seeing you on the next business briefing. I hope it helped you, and have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon.